Jimmy Collins Wake. I had to look him up because I didn't know it.
You don't know Jimmy Collins?
No, sorry. But
That's the whole point of doing a song like that. People are looking him up.
Yeah,
now.
so he maybe I'm not right, but he was a baseball player.
Baseball player.
And he died in the 40s.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was maybe the 40s.
Okay. How special is he?
Well, he's a Red Sox have retired his number. He's kind of that original fan favorite of the organization of baseball in Boston. You know, a player, a coach, revered by the fans. You know, when you think of all the players through the years, 100+ years, that people look up to and think of as like the best players in Red Sox history, he would be the first name on the list.
Okay.
Maybe not the best, but the first revered name.
But is it someone that you guys grow up with?
Oh God, how old do you think we look? He died in the 40s.
No, I mean with this knowledge of him.
Well, no, I mean you see his number. There's not many retired numbers. You know, there's very few players whose numbers are retired at Fenway Park. So.
And baseball is one of those things in Boston that's just part of everyday life. You don't even necessarily have to be a baseball fan. You pay attention to what the team's doing because it affects life at home. You know.
Did you do baseball?
Did I what?
Did you play baseball?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone played baseball. Loved it. Lefty. Bring me in, baby.
Okay.
Shortstop, third base, couldn't lay off the high pitches. A whole big thing.
No, but how do you write? How do you come up with such a theme for a song?
You know, it's just the cast of characters throughout Boston history. Whether you want to go, you know, we wrote the song Tessie. We'll rework the song Tessie years ago, which is kind of about a similar era. You had all these like Irish immigrants. You had big name guys like John L. Sullivan, the bare knuckle boxing champ. Honey Fitzgerald, who was JFK, John F. Kennedy's grandfather, who was the mayor of Boston. All these people, like Jimmy Collins, are all like hanging around together. They were like the original kind of rat pack, you know what I mean, of Boston. And they're just such cool characters to write about, you know.
Are there still few persons that you have to write about?
Oh, there's
plenty of people.
Never-ending list.
Maybe
Jimmy's brother,
album.
Billy Collins.
Okay. You already mentioned Ireland. We already spoke about it before the interview.
Of course.
How important is this still for you, the Ireland connection?
I mean, obviously that's where many of our relatives come from, and there's a connection. But it's not like, I don't mean this to sound negative towards Ireland. I mean in a respect way. It's like we're not like Ireland. You know, we weren't born there. I think the Irish connection for us comes from the unique atmosphere and character of Boston as really built and created by many of the Irish immigrants that came there. You know, you have the largest immigration, you know, in people of Irish descent outside of Ireland is in Boston. And here they were coming to a place that was very unwelcoming to the Irish, that was, you know, British colonialism, and even though obviously we had rebelled against them, I mean, there was still that mentality, and you know, the struggle to immigrate to a new country, put down roots there, survive, thrive, you know, become middle class America. You know, and today the Irish are just part of middle class America. So there's a lot of good stories in history, but more so, the music definitely was very prevalent around, you know, undeniable to have an influence on you. No way you could possibly not know Irish music.
What sort of music was it?
Just, you know.
Was it really folk music or also pop?
No.
More pop
traditional
music.
Irish
music,
folk
yeah.
music.
How old?
Oh, coming out of the womb, I don't know, 2 years old.
No, sorry, I mean the folk music. How old was it? A few hundred years ago?
That people would be in our lives. They'd be listening to music that was anything from, you know, any just traditional balladeers of, you know, Paddy Riley or the Clancy Brothers or bands like the Dubliners or I'm trying to think. My grandmother used to listen to this. You know, guys that were even really more old-fashioned than band. I mean, in their time, bands like the Dubliners were actually controversial for what they were doing to Irish music. You know, so I think that you know, it was definitely our grandparents, grandparents' music. You know, and then the Pogues came along when we were in our teens, and I was in my teens, and it's like, holy crap, this music's cool for my age now, you know. Gave it that kick in the ass it needed. And I think another 10, 15 years goes by and Dropkick Murphys is starting out, and you know, it just needs all that much more kick in the ass, you know what I mean, to get the next generation's attention, you know.